Hello, everyone. It's me, Gregory. Welcome to Dragon King 72 Media LLC. And I just wanted to say I haven't been on here in a while because I've just been contemplating everything that I'm seeing in the political arena. We saw the Oscars. Michael B. Jordan won. We saw all the other stuff that's been going on in the world with Iran and the President of the United States. We've seen all of that. There's just a lot going on. And I don't know, you guys don't want to. I'm talking about things that are current, but I guess it doesn't meet your criteria for responding or viewing. But I'm going to keep doing it anyway. I took a hiatus. Like I said, I'm looking at all the craziness that's going on and just everything that's happening in our world. And you got to take a break from all of it every now and then. You just can't consistently just do videos unless you just maybe you're one of those people. I'm not. I'm a Pisces, and we need a break from the nonsense. And we need a break from the nonsense, and that's just what I'm doing. But I'm not on. I was on TikTok. I got back on TikTok, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna go back over there because it's just a lot. And TikTok play too many games. But over here, I just wanted to talk about Michael B. Jordan's win. I thought the win was outstanding. Um, that he did last Sunday, and you know, I was proud to see that happen. And he mentioned some of the greats that came before him: Denzel, Jamie Foxx, Sidney Poitier. He even mentioned Holly Berry as someone who got. She was the first black woman, African American woman, to get a Best Actress, and it's been a long time. And the fact that he was able to memorize it in order says a lot about what he's paying attention to and how he sees this, you know, um, lack of respect for black people in the arts. Um, and it's not get out of there now. And it's talking to my dog, and it's not a surprise. And I'm just glad he won. And in regards to Timothy Chalamet didn't lose because of what he said about the Oscars, right? The most of the voting had already been in, so it wouldn't have made a difference what he said. Most of the voting had already been in. So when Timothy Chalamet had made those comments, it didn't even matter. I think the trigger point, the ammo, was his comments about the ballet and the stage performers. The actual what pulled the trigger, what, and it had been going on for a whole year. He had such an arrogance about him that a lot of people just couldn't stomach anymore. There's a difference between self confidence and overly self confidence and just pure arrogance. And for a long time, he got embedded in his own arrogance. He had got embedded in his own, I got this in the bag, yada, yada, yada. And while we talking about it, his best performance was not this Marty movie he was in. His best performance was in Dune 1. Yeah, Dune, I said it, Dune 1. That was his best performance, that I've seen of his movies. It was Dune 1, and that was it. Okay. Um, there is no, this, he peaked too early. He really was getting too much fanfare early on. It was blowing up his head. So when the Timothy Chalamet does this movie and all of a sudden he gets nominated for it. I don't think so. And also, here's another thing. In 2 years, nobody will remember that movie. In 20 years, 40 years, everybody is going to remember Sinners. Everyone is going to remember Sinners. Even if Michael B. Jordan hadn't won, in 10, 20, 30, 40 years, everybody was going to remember Sinners. Nobody's going to remember Timothy Chalamet's movie with the name Marty in it. Nobody's going to remember that. They're just not. In 2, 3 years, nobody's going to remember that. They ain't going to remember it next year. What movie was he in? Nobody's going to know because the movie was not that great. You had the dude from Shark Tank was in there. Gwyneth Paltrow was in it, but I mean, come on. I mean, she was the highlight of that whole movie. But I love Fran Drescher. She was played his mother, but she wasn't. I mean, come on now. That movie was not Oscar worthy at all. And speaking of that, One Battle was not that great. Nobody's going to remember One Battle in a year or two. But in 10, 15, 30, 40 years, they will remember Sinners. They just will. So, again, Timothy Chalamet, whether he had made those comments about the opera and stage performers or world, it wouldn't have made a difference. Because the trigger was this whole year campaign watching Timothy Chalamet. I hate this shirt. Watching Timothy Chalamet get embedded in his own arrogance. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing if your arrogance comes from people that actually believe that you are the next whoever the fuck. And so you're just feeding off of that. But he was feeding off his own self-created arrogance. You see what I'm saying? And that's what destroyed him. People had enough. At first, it was cute. He's confident. Last year he made a big speech about wanting to be one of the greats. However, after a while, it became okay, dude. You got to slow down with this. We get it. You know what I'm saying? You want to be one of the greats, but you're being arrogant. It's not working. You know what I'm saying? It's being you're doing something that nobody is taking kin to anymore. Um, and it's just it. So when Michael won, it was no, you know what I'm saying? It was a gift to society because he's, as someone said, he's the people's champ. And that leads me to, except for one person, L'Oreal. L'Oreal is I don't even say she's a talk show host. She is a radio host on this show called The Morning Hustle. I saw her last year. She was discussing Michael B. Jordan. It was the last year or the year before? She was on the red carpet. I think it was Creed 2. She was discussing. She was getting ready to interview Michael B. Jordan with her orange hair. There's nothing wrong with that. And he had recognized that she was a part of a conversation about him being corny, about him having headshots, going to school when they grew up in Newark, New Jersey. So he was reminded of her, and she said on the red carpet then that she wasn't the one that called him corny or he's whack or whatever. But she did say that they made fun of him. Now it's changed to now she's the victim, as if she didn't even say those words. But the problem is, L'Oreal, you were part of the conversation. You may not have used specific words, but you said on the red carpet 2 years ago that y'all did make fun of Michael B. Jordan and him bringing headshots, and him bringing things like that. to school. You may have not had you may have not repeated or stated the specific thing about him being corny and whack and da 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 da, but you were a part of that conversation. You didn't walk away from it. You know what I'm saying? You didn't try and shut it down. So you're just as guilty as the person that said it because you supported, you helped facilitate that environment that was toxic. It's happened. It's the age people do it all the time, right? Especially in school. So what happens next is she she's on a show called um, Listen to Black Women. I don't know if this is their first show. I don't know if this is their fifth show, but it looks very. The budget is extremely low. I don't know who's producing it. I don't know. It just seems, and that's okay, I guess. You're just starting off. You know what I'm saying? It will get better. The programming, the broadcasting, the technology will get better, what have you. So you have her, L'Oreal. You have Claudia Jordan. You have the young lady who was on Dish Nation, and I'm so glad Dish Nation is off the fucking air. And I wish they take off the Breakfast Club because that's some bullshit as well. And she's a Haitian woman. She's had her own controversy with people, mainly women. And then there's another woman, and then there's another young lady who was in pink. So they're talking about people not telling the truth or not uh, being held accountable. So she talks about how someone, Michael B. Jordan, had thought that this is L'Oreal speaking. Michael B. Jordan had thought she had said something she didn't. And now one of his homies had came back and told her that he read something in an article and he made a mistake and caught feelings. And so she's now, and then, Claudia Jordan chimes in and says something to the effect, well, you didn't even say it and he thought you said it. And this is what I'm talking about. And she feels like she Michael B. Jordan, L'Oreal feel like Michael B. Jordan needs to come on her syndicated show. I can guarantee you ain't nobody seen Morning Hustle nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how syndicated it is, but I've only seen it on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Maybe there is a back end syndication deal somewhere. I don't know. Um, but she had the audacity to expect that man to come back on her show and give her an apology and talked about no, you don't deserve that. Why does he need to come on your show and apologize or have a conversation with you on your syndicated show? No, he does not. Again, you may not have made that specific statement about him being corny and whack and foolish to think that he was going to be an actor. You were part of the bullying. You were part of the trying to destroy that young man's mentality, which a lot of kids do in school because they are jealous, because they may not have the talent or they may not have discovered who they are. So instead of trying to support somebody that has, you decide, oh, I'm going to destroy him. I'm going to be a part of this cyclical atmosphere where this man is being treated, because you saw something in him that you couldn't find it yourself. Or you saw something in him that you knew was inside you as far as your talent, but he was brave enough to believe in himself at a time where they believe kids probably shouldn't be, or you thought they shouldn't be, because you didn't have the bravery to say what you wanted to do with your life. And she said something about, oh, and she's making excuses that because they grow up in the hood, that that's just what it was. Like, who brings headshots in the hood? First of all, you being in the hood or you living out in the suburbs, that has nothing to do with somebody not having dreams. You made it sound as if he shouldn't be doing that in the hood. Like, who does that? So fucking what if you are in the hood? That does not fucking matter. Some of the most powerful, some of the most focused dreams are come from the hood. You know what I'm saying? They talk they those ideas come from the hood. Okay, so the fact that you said that, clearly you don't understand your own history as a black person, because quite a few black prominent stars, celebrities, societal figures, The ideas, the thoughts came from the hood. Those people came from the hood. They came from the hood with those ideas from the hood. I, like that ain't make no fucking sense to me. Oh, we from the hood, so that ain't what we do. You a fucking lie. Many people, many dreams, many thoughts, many inspirations, creations have came from people living in the hood. Okay, so that's what I didn't fucking get. First of all, that's what I didn't get when she said, I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? Oh, cause we from the hood. What the fuck does that mean? Because you from the hood, you can't have no ideas. Great ideas don't come from people living in the hood. We know that's not true. Just look at our history as black people, right? So that was already pissing me off. But he don't owe you no fucking apology. He's not gonna come on your radio show. He did what he had to do. He won. That's it. That's it. You know. But and then she says, well, L'Oreal, the speaker ran, says, well, I'm never going to. She said she defended him. Oh, when did you defend him? Did you defend him after y'all graduated? Did you defend him after he got the Oscar? Did you defend him once he got the celebrity status? Because it ain't the math is not mathing. So I first seen L'Oreal on Love and Hip Hop New York, and she was a fucking disaster. Actually, that's why she only lasted one season. She was a fucking disaster. You know, I didn't see her doing. You know, she you know, I don't know if she was into hip hop or she was making her own album, but it didn't work, sweetie. I mean, because you know it didn't work. You know, she's a beautiful girl and all that stuff, but I mean, you know, sometimes beauty is very fucking messy and evil, and that's what I'm getting when I see L'Oreal. But I'm not surprised who was on that panel. I forgot the young lady's name. I forgot her name. She was on Dish Nation. Haitian young lady, beautiful young lady, Haitian. But I'm not surprised she on that show. You know what I'm saying? Because as much as she is a beautiful Haitian woman, she's very she's very engaged in situations online. She had a situation with Tamar. She had one with I think it was she had an issue with Cardi and all the other shit. So she's very strategic in picking certain fights. The more voluptuous woman who was on the end of the show, who was at the end chair on let black listen to black women. I don't know who's running this We TV, Zeus or wherever it was. Um, you know, she was there. Um, there was another young lady, and there was Claudia Jordan. Uh, like I said, I'm not, you know, really surprised that L'Oreal was saying what she was saying, but he don't owe you shit. He don't owe you a damn thing. Now we're gonna get into Teyana Taylor. People have been saying shit about Teyana Taylor. She was nominated for Best Supporting Actress for her role in what is it? One Battle. I don't know the whole movie. Is it One Battle, One Final Battle, whatever? And that movie was not better than Sinners, by the way. You know what I'm saying? And I was one of the people that hesitated to even go see the Sinners movie, but you know, it is what it is, right? And so what was I going to say? There was a situation. I don't know if it was before or after. Tiana Taylor thought the security guard was moving her too fast. He was doing too much. You know what I'm saying? He had pushed her, put his hands on her, and in the era of where we are about accountability or lack thereof, because you know Donald Trump is in office. See what I did there? Um, she felt like, no, don't touch me. You know what I'm saying? I haven't given you permission to touch me. I haven't given you permission to enter my space physically in that way. And had it been a white woman that did the same thing, y'all would have been, you MAGA racist. And by the way, some of the racist stuff that I seen on Twitter blocked me, by the way. They always put me on suspension because I be getting on them racist MAGA white racist Christian nationalist ass and anybody else too. You know, so they always suspend me because, and here's another thing, real quick, I'm gonna get back to it. Twitter will allow white assumingly white Twitter people on Twitter to say stuff like call black people apes and monkeys. But the moment we say white trash or you evil Klansman or you evil no good son of a bitch racist or they'll say we need to off ourselves, but if we respond to them, all of a sudden our accounts get suspended. That's why that's how that Elon Musk is a racist. He's a MAGA person. He's a misogynist. He's anti-gay, LGBTQIA plus, all of that. So, I've been contemplating leaving anyway. So, had this been a white woman, and I said this on Twitter, y'all would have been praising her for not allowing somebody to touch her. A white woman would have been praising both on the left and on the lunatic MAGA right. You white women period, would have been praising her for protecting herself. If this was Gwyneth Paltrow or Lisa Kudrow or whoever the fuck, y'all would have praised her stopping that man from touching her, security or not. Y'all would have praised her for woman self-empowerment, respect for people in general, a woman, and all of that. But because it was a black woman, all of a sudden y'all got a problem with it. It's crazy. Another thing about Teyana Taylor. Teyana Taylor jumped up when Amy Madigan had won. They said it was cringe to see her do that. No, she's happy. She's happy to see people win. You know what I'm saying? That speaks volumes. A lot of you black people, a lot of black people were saying that, oh, she was doing too much. No, she's happy for somebody to win. That's a big deal to win an Oscar, even in 2026, with all the fuckery and buffoonery we see on film. That was a big deal. She was showing happiness. One, because it was they were in the same school as far as being in that best supporting actress category together. And number two, that's another woman. And she was praising her as another woman, as another individual. You know what I'm saying? Who's in that category with her. Because that is a rite of passage. Even if you're in Hollywood and you get that far in your career to even be nominated, that's a fucking rite of passage. And then to actually win the fucking Oscar, it's just like you fucking excelled. Even though a lot of black folks don't get nominated, she was trying to show, hey, I'm different. You know what I'm saying? I'm for everybody who's made it this far, especially another woman. And that woman is older than her. How many times is Amy Madigan going to be back at the Oscars at her age? Probably not. You know what I'm saying? She's probably not going to be back there. There are some exceptions to that rule when you got people like what's oh shit I just the woman who played the Devil Wears Prada, Meryl Streep. Meryl Streep, she's won a couple of times, but that's a rarity for a woman to win that many. One single woman to win that many times. That is rarer than a motherfucker. Okay, so the fact that any woman, particularly a woman of Amy Madigan's age, who has made it that far in her career and she fucking get an Oscar, it's a big fucking deal. That's all Teyana was doing. So shout out to you, Teyana Taylor, for having a good heart and a good soul. And this is one black man who supports you, and I'm glad. Although, you know, um, people say things, shit, you made it. You know what I'm saying? You made it. You know what I'm saying? And Tiana is still young. She could pull off a best supporting actress Oscar or a best actress role. She could pull that shit off. She's still young. She got it in her. You know what I'm saying? She got it in her. You know what I'm saying? She got it in her. She won the Golden Globe. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. So there's that. And what else is going on? Other than Donald Trump is a fucking idiot. We know he don't got us in this fucking not it's a war of resources at this point. Oil is going up. In Milwaukee, I've seen it. I've never seen as high as $3.99. This shit is fucking high as fuck. I ain't seen none less than 365 in Milwaukee. No, I'm sorry, nothing less than 329. I was in Wauwatosa driving going west on West North. I saw it for 329, but I ain't seen it nowhere in the city no less than that. No less than that. unless you go out to fucking Sam's Club, which is fucking what 8 miles, 9 miles away from where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you gonna waste. You're gonna have to pay that anyway, because by the time you get the fuck out there. But yeah. So I don't know. I mean, uh, the world is just crazy right now, you know. But like I said, I'm a Pisces male. I need separation from what we're witnessing in our world. I need separation from that. I can't be on here every day, especially when y'all not subscribing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all looking for, maybe I'll add a thumbnail to this that y'all like. I don't fucking know. Maybe not. I'm not sure. I just know some people don't. You're not paying attention. Um, you don't want real, genuine stories. Somebody on their couch talking and shit. Y'all want a full production. You want a mic. You want good. You want all the different. And I get it. You know what I'm saying? You don't want somebody to just be having a real conversation like this. Y'all want all the extra stuff. I'm probably not gonna do that. I might give you a nice thumbnail here and there, but that's all I'm giving you. You know what I'm saying? If you can't appreciate the just one-on-one naturalness of what I'm doing on my couch, speaking about things, then that's just what it is. I'm at a certain age. I'm in my I don't give a fuck era. So I'm gonna continue to do these videos, but I'm gonna do them just like this. Like I said, you may get an occasional thumbnail, but you're gonna get a video like this, because I don't have no huge camera setup. I've got good, nice camera lighting, all that shit, but I'm not. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just giving it to you real. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. I'm not giving you a full production. I'm just. This is the production, right here. You know. Maybe when I get more subscribers, I'll maybe, and it's a big maybe. I might tune this shit up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But this is it. It's still gonna be natural. It's gonna be one-on-one. You're gonna get me like this. You're gonna get me just being natural. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be a fake. That's not who I am. I'm just, what I'm saying? I'm in my I don't give a fuck era. I still want to do stuff. I still want my this is just what it is. You know what I'm saying? This is just what it is. I'm giving it to you natural. Like I said, if I got more subscribers, maybe I'll tune the shit up and something like that. But y'all, here's one thing out. Don't forget to purchase my book. Matter of fact, let me see if I turn this around real quick. Oh, y'all don't forget to purchase Embrace the Destiny of One. That is my book on Amazon.com. That's me right here. Don't forget to purchase this book. It's a occult, supernatural, sci-fi thriller. Go pick this up. I know y'all will appreciate it. All right. So that's my latest one, and my other one is "Thicker Than Water" by Gregory Lamont Hemphill. I'm gonna show you that as well. That's this one right here. Y'all go check these out. This is my other book, Thicker Than Water by me. There I am when I was cute and handsome like that. I don't look as cute as I did back then, but yeah. Go get this one on Amazon and go get this one on Amazon right now. And I believe they're on sale. Maybe, I think. Anyway, go check it out. I appreciate y'all. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Tell your enemies, your mom, your dad, your stepmama, your stepdad, and all the other folks in your life. And thank you. Appreciate it.